Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. Today we are going to talk about the top 5 most commonly used steroids. But before we get into that, just a big shout out and thank you to everybody out there watching and supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing and I cannot thank you enough. If you haven't yet, subscribe, like, share, whatever you can do. It truly helps the channel grow and I cannot express to you the appreciation. Now, today's video is sponsored by letsgetchecked.com. Letsgetchecked.com specializes in at-home blood testing. So all you got to do, go to the website, letsgetchecked.com, pick out whatever test that you want to order. They're going to ship them to you very quickly and discreetly. Once you get your kit, you're going to register it online, then you're going to provide your sample, send it right back to them. The results come back extremely fast. You got nurses and doctors there all around the clock helping you with any questions that you have or concerns. So just check them out. And then coupon code Gemelli30 is going to save you 30% off. Let's get checked.com, Gemelli30, 30% off. Check them out. Now, let's talk about the top 5 most commonly used steroids. Now, how do I know these are the top 5 most commonly used steroids? This is simply through my observations. I've coached thousands upon thousands of people over the years now on my client list. I interact with people daily. I ask questions, forum posts, you name it. I get them. So does that make me the end-all be-all expert? I'm just giving you what I observed. If you agree, awesome. If you don't, awesome. Let me know what you think is more commonly used, and it's just a good way to compare what people's, surroundings are like. I just know when I'm getting in the thousands and thousands and thousands of people, I have a decent idea of what people are using, but it doesn't mean that I know 100%. So take it, for what it is. So I'm just going to name what I see are the top 5 most commonly used steroids. So, number 5, Decadurabolin. I see a constant usage of Deca. It's one of the most old school compounds there is. It's a favorite of many over many years. Deca is something that it seems like it just gives a lot of intrigue to people, and rightfully so. I've talked about how to use it properly and how there's a lot of misuse with it and things like that, and there is. But all in all, if we're just talking most widely used, most popular, I could argue it a little bit higher, honestly, but it seems like it kind of goes through peaks and troughs where some things are a little bit more consistent in what I'm seeing used. And so it earns a spot on this list, but I did put it at 5 because I feel like the others that I'm about to talk about are just more widely used in general. So 3 and 4 is actually quite close. I'm going to explain to you why I put, what separated them here. 4 is Trenbolone. And once I get to number 3, I'm going to explain to you why I put Tren at 4 instead of 3. Look, Tren is definitely the most intriguing compound out there for a variety of reasons. There's so many tall tales about Tren. There's such an intrigue on what it can do for you. There's people that make it out to be way more, way less than it can be on side effects, results, you name it. One thing I think most all will agree on it is the king steroids, and I've said that millions of times, and I think everybody's going to agree on that. The problem is that some people are very scared of it, and that's why it's not quite as popular or widely used as others, and rightfully so. You should be, but that's an entirely different video. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to talk about most widely used. Look, Tren does the most. It's the best and biggest results all the way around. We all know that, but it also comes at a heavy price, which does not work for everybody, and a lot of people don't even want to go down that road. So it is what it is, and that's why I put it a little bit lower. It may be the most popular or have the most intrigue, but it's not the most commonly used. It's the most, I guess, widely talked about and sought after, I guess you could say, but it's not the most commonly used. Number 3 is D-ball, and that's why I put D-ball over open, because while D-ball does only kind of go towards people bulking, etc., in that kind of line, there's so much intrigue, and it's so old school, and it's just, you just know it's going to work. You know what's coming with D, but you know you're going to gain a ton of size. You know you're going to get a lot of water with it, but you know you're going to get really strong, and you're going to feel really good. And, a lot of people that use steroids just want to get big, just want to feel good, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what it is. And that's what I've observed. Look, D-ball is not for me in any sort of way. I don't think there's any confusion. I ran it once on accident. I talked about it on a video, but I am certainly not going to sit here and tell you it didn't feel fucking great. Because on almost anything that I've used, if you're just talking about overall feeling, now I don't feel good carrying any sort of water, or I'm real weird about that. So in that aspect, mentally, but if you want to talk about just feeling your best on cycle, yeah, I don't know how many people are going to argue against D-ball that have used it, and I really truly believe that's one of the driving factors on it, and rightfully so, when you can feel that damn good on it. So that's why I've got D-ball at number 3. Number 2 is Anavar, and look, Anavar is popular because everybody thinks it's going to miraculously make you lose weight, and it's going to do this and it's going to do that. And while it's not that at all, it is more mild. It's well tolerated. It's one of the easier ones to use, and it does give some pretty damn sweet results. And I've made it no mistake about it that my prejudgments on Anavar were all wrong. I made videos about that, and now Anavar quickly is my top 2 of favorite compounds. And you know, nothing's really going to pass Primo on my end, but nothing's ever been as close to Primo as Anavar is. That's how much I like it. And so I get why it's widely used. I just wish people would have the right expectations on it that use it. But it does some damn good things, and it is just a very damn good experience in general if you are running it properly and have quality Anavar, which is also another topic. I'm going to do a video on the most commonly faked steroids at some point too, so we're going to have that out there. But Anavar number 2. Number 1 is easy. Everybody should know it's testosterone. That is going to be the most commonly and widely used. That's where generally most people start with. It's the backbone of most every cycle. I think that is the most obvious and easiest of damn near any of my top lists and things that where I have to decide at number 1. This was like testosterone and figure out the next 4. So, I mean, like I said, backbone of every cycle. Testosterone is the derivative of all derivatives. It is steroids. So that is number 1. That is easy. I think everybody knew that. So, but that's my top 5 list. You know, everybody's got their own ideas, and I could see some arguments on some other things being more widely used to an extent. But you know, you're splitting hairs on certain things, or it's like little terminologies, and well, this ester and this more. Okay, all right, but that's not what I'm going into that great a depth on this one. So anyway, that's my list. Agree, disagree, whatever. It's all for fun, and it's all just based on observation and experience. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.